Thank you, Sonny in the Black Pack. We have the Long Island Medium here.
I'm so excited.
So am I.
I'm so excited.
I totally believe in this stuff, and every time we have a medium here, I am bowled over. I've not had her here yet. Watch your step. Watch your step and sit in the orange chair.
Okay.
Okay.
Love the.
I wiped it up with
You
my...
love the what?
I love it. Whatever you got going on behind you, the way you look, Howie.
The hair.
Yeah.
I was trying to be welcoming.
Looks fantastic.
No, you can't wear headsets, can you?
I could do anything.
How do you put on a headset?
Watch.
Don't ruin it.
Oh.
How's that?
That's amazing. I didn't know. I was concerned that you wouldn't even. They said, I saw you when you came in the building.
Yeah.
And then we sat down and we started. We're probably going to edit that part out because she said we were boring until you got here. This is my daughter, Jackie, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you.
So am I. So, and then they said you came in and you looked beautiful, and then they said you were doing your hair, and I thought your hair was done when I saw you. What's different about the hair from the 2 minutes ago?
I just swooped it over here a little bit, put a little more hairspray.
Do you make it higher? Like, is there a certain height that you go for? I brought you a tape measure.
Just
in
as
case.
long as I could get in the car and it doesn't. It's the ceiling of the roof of the car that's my.
So is this? Am
long
I
as I
looking
can get in
at
the car.
an Audi or is this an SUV?
It would be an SUV.
An SUV.
An SUV.
And you fit.
I fit.
I read somewhere.
It's so distracting.
What? What?
You with my hair.
Can you imagine how distracting it is for us?
It's not. Listen, this is how, right? Back in the 80s, the rock bands, this is how they were.
I know. I'm like a hair band right now.
You are.
That, you know what I am?
Doesn't he look good?
You know what this is? Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi. Listen, I don't like my hair in my face. So I tease because my hands then are constantly pushing my hair out of my face. I don't like that. So that's why I like to tease my hair. I just like it.
But I read, and this may not be true, you said the height of your hair is something that you use, or it helps you, or is it like an antenna to communicate?
No.
No. Did you once say something like that?
Well, they say higher the hair, closer to God, right? That's what they say.
Nobody has ever said that to me.
Yes, yeah, that's a thing.
It's a thing.
No, to me, they've never said it.
Oh.
I guess that would be rude to say to me.
Well, maybe you got so high that you lost all your hair.
Because apparently this is hell. If that is heaven, this is hell. Okay, but what was I reading? I was reading about your hair that you said you got to that style based on it. You had a hair trauma.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I had a hair. I always had big hair, you know. But what happened was right before Long Island Medium started, my grandmother had passed away, and I had gone in the salon. So this is a note. Don't ever get your hair cut when you're having an emotional day. And I sat in the chair and I just didn't like the way my hair was coming out. And I just had to just cut it, keep cutting. And then I ended up with this short haircut. I haven't had short hair since I was in 5th grade.
Right.
So it was a little traumatizing, but I'm back.
You're back.
I heard though
Would that be considered a dye and cut?
A what?
Cut and dye? Your grandmother and...
I heard that your hair holds a lot of emotional baggage, and so a lot of people, maybe it's a TikTok thing, but I heard that it does, and a lot of people after they want to like get over whatever they've been through, they'll cut their hair.
So I did that, not even realizing it, I guess.
Yeah.
I love that you're teaching Theresa.
Well, I don't know if it's true. I just heard it on a TikTok.
I learn every day.
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I learn every day too. I was watching you on some other shows, and and this made me laugh out loud. But your first inkling of maybe being able to put this, I know you had these feelings and thoughts since you were a child, but you were telling somebody that the first time that you put it together and you felt like it worked or you understood the sign was when you were in bed, bath, and beyond. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. You know what, Howie? The way you just said that, it totally I was like, oh my God, yeah, beyond.
You didn't get that?
No, I didn't.
When you told the story?
No, I literally just got it
because
now.
I would go into the store and I would think, okay, there's bed stuff and there's bath stuff, but I had no idea that the dead were coming there to have you pick sheets for a dead person. That's what you did,
That's
right?
how that's, yeah. I mean, listen, it sounds silly or crazy, but that's honestly how my life is. I don't know how this works. So it just happens to me. I can't make it. I can't stop it. It just happens.
Don't stop, won't stop. Does it scare you?
It doesn't scare me because now it doesn't scare me. I mean, years ago it did because I didn't know what was happening to me. You know, because you have to realize souls bring me through their departure. So they'll make me feel what they felt as their soul left the physical body. So that was a lot of my issues in the beginning because I would be in a store, I would be out, and I would start feeling all of these things. And there was no reason why I should feel these things.
You can't turn it off.
I always sense and feel things.
I call that anxiety.
Yeah.
Are you sensing something right now? Are you sensing something right now?
I am having difficulty breathing. So that sometimes I don't know. Like souls just can't make me feel one thing. They have to make me feel several things before I actually say something.
But right now you're having trouble breathing.
Yeah, I have trouble taking a deep breath. I can feel it inside. It's just something inside of me. I don't know how this works, why I feel the things that I feel.
Could it possibly be the LA fires and just our air quality here?
No.
No, there's something. So does that mean like somebody who is passed?
They pass from the chest.
They pass.
But I did also feel a blow to the chest. So when I feel a blow to the chest, that's my symbol for where someone passed tragically and there was an initial blow to the chest.
Is there anybody back there that knows something with an initial blow to the chest?
She'll keep talking if she feels something else.
Listen,
no, but I want to see if maybe we have people listening in the back, so maybe somebody could go, "Oh my God!"
They might. But sometimes we need you want spirit to work a little bit.
One of the guys there said somebody with a big chest blew him. Would that be anything that you're picking up?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
It could be. There's always a first time.
Whenever we have mediums on, like people start to gravitate towards the back to see if they can be the ones that you pick up on and everything. We have more people in the back watching.
Than we ever have for other people.
That happens. Like a lot of times, and I'll know it. I'll feel pulled. I'll just feel pulled to a certain direction. I'll be like, no, it's someone in like the next room. It happens all the time.
If that comes to you, will you interrupt us?
That's how I roll. If I feel things and spirit pushes me enough, I will absolutely say it.
So I have a question about that. Is there anyone, like sometimes you get pushed to say something. Is there anyone that's like, I don't want to hear it? I don't want to.
People come to my live shows and they're like, I didn't come here. I came because my wife dragged me to the show or my friends had an extra ticket, and they will receive a life-changing message.
But it's one thing if they're going to your show. What if you're just walking around the neighborhood, and you feel something? Do you feel obligated to still say it?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. And it's amazing that I don't know if it's only on Long Island, that all these years I'm doing it, that it's so acceptable that I will just walk up to, and no one is ever like, are you crazy? Get the heck out of here,
Well, I think because of the advent of media, the medium, I think this is more, we've been kind of, we see it working. There's a lot of people doing what you do. I think a lot of people are fake. I don't think, I've been watching you for years, so I think you're real, and I truly believe in this. Do you have any fear of death yourself?
No.
None.
I used to. I'm not, look, I don't want to die. I'm not afraid to die because I know I'll be greeted by my loved ones that have gone on before me.
Do you talk to your own relatives?
I do. That's hard though.
Why?
Because I don't know if it's my own personal thought, feeling, or emotion. Am I just remembering things? So it's kind of hard, and it's very emotional. It's not easy hearing from your departed loved ones.
Is the idea of communicating, does that take a lot of energy? Does it, or it just comes to you and you can, or does it?
It comes to me, but I always say I was born this way. I was built this way. It's just like I know my body just knows what to do. It just knows what to say. I don't have any. You can't learn what I do. You can't study it. It's in you. What you learn is what you start to understand what is happening to you. Well, that was what it was for me anyway.
So I listened to Howard Stern. And is it Sal that you're friends with?
Oh, Sal Governor. Yes.
Yes. But aren't you helping him find the ability to do that? Like, he wasn't necessarily born, but he says now that he has that ability because you've helped him.
Well, I think what my conversations with Sal have just been opening him up to understanding that what's going on is real. And that's really what I want for people when they come to my show or watch one of my shows. I don't care if people believe in what I do. That's not my purpose. I want people to believe in themselves. I want them to believe in an afterlife, but more importantly, that soul bond can never and will never be broken. I know that we all have the ability to connect with our own departed loved ones.
We do?
What?
We do? All of us?
Absolutely. Are there more? And it's those little things that we don't realize that it is maybe our loved one, things that we sense, we feel, we might see. These are all little hellos from heaven of the souls reaching out, reminding us that they're living life through our eyes at these exact moments.
Wow. And you believe that each and every one of us has this ability?
Yes, that is a soul bond that cannot and never will be broken.
So for the people that are watching and listening, is there something or an exercise or something, if somebody said to you, how can I do this? Or what would you tell them?
I would just tell them just to be open. Just notice little things that go on around you. If you want to quiet your mind and do a little meditation, you might be able to connect that way. Everyone is different. There's no right or wrong way to connect with your loved ones. Some people just see, like some people might just find random feathers. Some people might notice dimes or no, there's no feathers.
Is that why they say that kids see more things? Because
Yes.
they're more open, and then once they start to go through life, they become more and more closed off because they're told that stuff isn't real?
I don't think it's that we're told. I think it's just our minds become busier. You know, think about it. Kids say the darndest things, right?
Right. I love that show.
And I think it's because they just say whatever it is that they are sensing, feeling, or seeing. Same things with animals. Animals are very spiritually connected to the other side. So if you've ever noticed, like if you're like say your dog like barks at nothing or gravitates to a special area and is acting odd, barking at a corner and there's nothing there, it's usually they're reacting to the souls. Our loved ones around us, yeah.
Wow.
Are you able to communicate with pets?
Yes. Pets have come through. Yep. For how I realized that was, I was doing a group, and this guy, I kept saying, did you have like a pet ferret or something? And he's like, no. And he's like standing with his arms folded, and he like literally like said something to his sister, like, see, I told you this was BS. And all of a sudden I said to him, I'm like, I see this. I go, who's Stevie? And he goes, Stevie was my pet squirrel. I was seeing it as a ferret because I'm like, who in their right mind would have a pet squirrel? You would not believe how many pet squirrels I have channeled over the 20 years that I've been doing this.
Peanut? Have you talked to Peanut?
You know Peanut in New York?
No.
They killed Peanut.
No.
It's a big TikTok squirrel.
I don't know.
The New York people took him and killed him.
No, I don't know
and
about
this.
He was
a beautiful, wonderful.
You should go talk
story.
to his owners.
Maybe.
Peanut.
Maybe that could happen.
That brought me down.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Peanut was a beautiful squirrel that died. Have you ever been employed by the police?
No.
Never?
Never. Mm-mm.
You would think that they would,
Well, I think there are mediums that do work with the police. I just haven't. I've never been asked to.
Have you ever been somebody from the other side try to communicate with you and tell you that you should call the police, this person did this to me? Or...
No, there have been times where someone is responsible for someone's death and they're not being held accountable. They have come through and given some information to their loved ones, but I
and then has that come to fruition?
That I don't know. I feel the messages that I deliver are for faith, hope, and peace. And if it will help someone to kind of at least start to know that even though their loved ones, that no one's being held accountable for their death, doesn't mean that they're not safe in a peace or, with God or in heaven. And they'll have me say, let the justice be that my soul is at peace with God in this moment. They'll acknowledge certain things. But I never want spirit to tell us what we should do, shouldn't do. These are our free will choices.
But what about the view from the other side? Mm-hmm. What about when you're talking to a loved one? I've heard about this with other mediums where they go, you should go get checked. Or
That'll happen. Yeah.
And there's
they'll have me do body scans. And if I see red spots, that's my symbol for where something's going on and it's not being addressed.
People can go to you for a body scan?
They could. They usually don't volunteer to do that.
Okay.
So it just happens
It
in
just
the moment.
happens in the moment.
Would it be too forward of me to ask you to check my prostate? No.
That's a lost cause. No.
I guess forward's not the word.
No, just like if someone isn't taking care, like they'll look, I want Spirit to talk about things that are going on in our lives now, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes they'll do that by saying, you were supposed to do a follow-up. You missed your appointment. You're not doing this with your medication. They'll acknowledge things. But whether it's changed people, saved them, I know it has. I've had people come up to me numerous times. Just a gentleman the other day said, I lost all my faith. I did not believe in an afterlife and most certainly not a God. And after watching your show, you gave me back my faith.
Are you religious?
I'm a practicing Catholic.
Which is kind of juxtaposed to what you're doing because the Catholics are...
Right. But they take my money every week. I think I view I do talk about that at my live shows because people wonder, do I have a faith? Do I believe in heaven? Do I think there's a hell? A soul has never said to me, Theresa, it's hot down here. So I go with that, there is no hell. Have I seen souls where I can't lower my vibration to actually communicate with them? Yes, that has happened. And I share that because it took me almost 10 years to incorporate my gift with my faith. Because I couldn't understand, why would I be blessed with this gift? I was born this way.
So is there heaven?
I believe in heaven, yes.
Yeah.
Are there scary spirits that you ever come across?
I do not. That was one thing when I put my gift in God's hands and I said, if this is my soul's journey, I only want to channel the souls that walk in God's white light and that will deliver messages to help someone move on after the loss of their loved one. And that's the only reason why. And it happened after 9/11 because I was struggling with my gift right before 9/11. And after 9/11, I had this spiritual experience where it was shown to me that thousands of people perished that day. And a lot of people didn't know what happened to their loved ones. They weren't even able to recover their physical body. So there was no closure for these people. And being able to deliver messages of knowing that the soul is okay. And that's when I put my gift in God's hands. And I said, open the doors and I'll walk through them with my gift.
And then you ended up with a TV series, 4 books, touring.
Living on a tour bus where I couldn't.
Is that what you do now? Are you touring?
Yeah.
How many dates are you doing? We will put all your, if you want to mention them, you can. But
Sure.
if you don't know them all, where do they go?
They could just go to my website, theresacaputo.com.
Okay, we'll go to there. And so when people come and see you live, these are theaters and...
Theaters, casinos, large venues.
Casinos come? Do you ever give from the other side?
I never get that.
Put it all on black.
Yeah. No, never.
Like a wish.
Never. I don't get that. I don't get numbers. When I was younger, I used to, apparently.
Right.
My dad, I used to go to, it was a great story. My dad used to take me every Saturday to this luncheonette and we'd sit and I remember all the men would just line up. At the time it was a quarter to play ping pong machine. Pinball. And they would have the papers and the numbers and they would give me a red pen and I would just like circle horses and numbers and,
Right.
And so. My dad goes, he goes, you were right a lot of the time. Now forget it. I get nothing.
You are maybe this is too personal, but you're dating now, right? Are you dating or you have a boyfriend?
I am. I do.
Like a significant other. Like you're not dating. You're not on an app.
No, an app.
How did you meet?
I can't even work my phone, let alone an app.
Well, how do you
I think it's amazing that you can talk to the other side and you can't work your phone.
I can't work. I'm terrible. No, you don't understand. The technology is I just did a show a couple of nights ago. The entire it was in Visalia.
Okay.
And the entire theater went dark. We lost everything.
Oh.
The lighting board just rebooted for no reason.
With the audience in there?
Oh yeah.
What a
and
great...
I'm afraid of the dark.
You're afraid of the dark?
I'm afraid of the dark. I was, yeah. I'm special.
You are.
And I was so paranoid. I was like freaking out. Thank God the camera, because I have cameras that follow me around in the audience. And we have a big screen set up. So they have, lights on top of I was like, thank God, just stay close, stay to the light. And
go toward the light.
Nobody knew what was happening. Everyone was freaking out at the theater. They were all like, this has never happened before.
The best show ever.
They're like, this, and they say this with every theater that I go to. They're like, it's haunted. But any place has energy, especially if it's old. There's going to be energy there. And they were like, this has never happened before. They're like, weird stuff has happened in this place, but this has never happened. And the other great thing is, like, nobody was fazed by it.
Well, if you go see a medium and the lights go down and the light, you go, this is like, what's supposed to happen. Yeah. They're here.
And people, I'm saying, this is not part of the show.
Yes,
Nobody
it is.
was doing this.
It's my mother fucking up the show.
Hey, that's my line, I say.
Oh, you say that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did I get that?
I don't know. Get out of my head.
Oh my God. You say
So you
your
might have
mother's
a gift.
fucking up your show?
Yeah.
Or
Well, sometimes I'll
there's
be
a
channeling.
motherfucker at the show.
No. So sometimes I could be channeling and I'll be standing, next to someone because I'm in the audience and I can feel them talking to their loved one. Like Theresa standing right next to me, like, come through. Now's your moment. Now's the time. And I'll be like, were you just talking to your mother? And how would I even know that woman lost her mother? And she'd be like, yes. And I'm like, well, you're fucking up this woman's reading over here. So don't do that.
So you can hear their thoughts too?
It's something where I have to like raise my vibration. It's something I could just feel. Like I don't know how this works. I just start sensing and feeling
You use a
things.
vibrator?
Dad, can you just stop?
She said that.
Can you just listen?
I said vibration.
Oh.
Jeez.
He's so inappropriate.
Go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
I think that's parents' jobs, is to kind of embarrass their children.
Yeah.
Do you embarrass yours?
Of course I do. I talk to dead people. What do you think?
Do they have that ability at all?
I think my daughter shows a little bit more of what I can do.
And your son got married, right?
Yeah, my son got married and he just had a little boy.
Or you're a grandmother.
I'm a grandmother twice, getting ready to be a third-time grandma.
Isn't it the best?
The best.
It's the best.
It's the most amazing thing.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
I do.
So is the spirit of anybody you know from before in one of your grandchildren?
I don't know, because I could still see my loved ones. So
It's not them.
it's not them. Sometimes it does happen. It has happened where someone used to see their loved one, and then after a child was born, they stopped seeing their loved one that has died. And that is a sign of being reincarnated.
Can people make personal appointments with you?
I just for my podcast. That's the
Oh.
only time I do private readings, is through my podcast.
Really?
And there's a hotline that people can call, and I do it over Zoom.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the name of the podcast?
Is called Hey Spirit.
Hey, Spirit.
Hey Spirit, it's me, Theresa Caputo.
That's great. Do you like to podcasting?
I love what I do. So I don't care what it is, as long as I'm reconnecting people with their departed loved ones and giving them hope. I don't care.
So if, and you could say no, but if I brought somebody in to stand right next to you, could you try to do a reading?
I don't know if they would come through. There is someone's father, that was the father energy.
Yeah.
Where I was having difficulty breathing. But there were a couple of different things. It's probably about 27 souls out in the area over there. So
Focus on the father. What is that?
Well, I just felt that there was a father energy.
Yeah.
And there was something where he wasn't able to get to him to be able to say goodbye.
Is that somebody? Is that ringing through to somebody?
Mark is
That's
saying,
a
yeah,
lot
but
of
no.
people.
Oh.
You know,
See, like my parents.
my father died of lung cancer.
Oh, so my parents are still alive. I live next door to my parents.
So you're able to communicate with them?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
they come
hard.
over all the time.
Do they have that energy? Does your mother or father have that energy too?
We all have that energy.
Do they use it? Do they talk to people on the other side?
No.
Are you able to turn it off and on if you want to, or no? It's just always.
It's always there. There's always someone, or there's always a soul around. We carry them with us.
So right now you're saying there's 27, but like
there
20.
were like 12. Well, when I looked over there, I saw 27.
What are you saying? I can't hear.
Mark is saying yes. No, but he didn't speak. Mark is saying yes.
He's thinking that's his.
Who was? Did I see him
the
before?
father?
I don't know. I don't know if you saw him. Here, you can go to the mic. This is Mark.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My dad?
I don't know. Did you lost your dad? See, this is where it's difficult. You know,
He didn't die, just at the mall.
He lost him at the mall.
He's at Zara. Is he near Zara?
You're terrible. You are terrible.
Okay,
I'm saying it.
No, go ahead.
Listen,
Talk to him.
Dad,
Oh.
you need to chill. Chill out.
Yeah.
You're not gonna yell at me.
You can't boss spirit around. Look, the souls that channel through me, and the reason why I use my gift is if we are holding on to something that is not giving us the ability to heal. So the reason why they showed me there was that holding of the hand and the whispering of the ear, which is my symbol for that we did not get the opportunity to say goodbye. And we carried that burden of not being able to say goodbye. So knowing that they hear us and not wanting us to feel that we should have been there sooner or got there sooner to be able to say goodbye.
Well, I was by his bedside for 2 days.
And then you left. And then you left. That's what you
then-
just showed me. You left, and then he took his last breath. Okay. He did not want you to watch him take his last breath. I know that's what we might feel that is what we want, but watching someone take their last breath, and that's something that then you would have to live with that. Your dad just told me that he goes, how could I tell my son goodbye? I didn't know how to do that. But when my son came back, you sat with your dad after he passed, because he just showed me you holding his hand and then speaking to him after he died. Is that correct?
For like a second, and then they asked me to leave.
Okay.
And
But you went in, like for me, I did not get the opportunity to sit with my loved ones that have died. So I think what happens is sometimes we take things for granted because things are common. But your dad showed me that you came in and you sat with and you kissed him goodbye. And I can feel the tears on my face. So whether if it was a minute or a couple of seconds, he says, I need you to know that there was nothing left unsaid. Your father just told me that you actually had a dream of him. Is that correct?
always, I mean.
I don't dream of my loved ones that have died. I don't communicate with them in that way. He goes, I showed my son that I was healthy and that I was in heaven. So know whatever experience you had, knowing that that was him showing himself to you. But whose brother also died? Did he lose a brother? Or okay.
Yeah.
I just asked him, I always just ask souls to bring forward other souls to validate that I'm interpreting everything correctly, because that's just my job.
Yeah. And one of the last things I whispered to him before I left that day was, you'll be
It's
with
okay.
your brother Sid.
Perfect. So know that the souls are together on the other side. But now, is your mom also departed as well? Okay, so there's the mom that stepped forward with them, and she held hands. So was the brother's wife departed, or unless it would be his mother? Who lost the baby?
Oh my gosh. My grandfather, Sam, who I was very close to, was born with a twin that didn't make it.
So know that even though the soul did not have the opportunity to walk here in the physical world, that the soul continued to grow over these years, and they dwell with God. Is there something that you have of your dad? I don't know what this is. I don't know if, because he showed me a couple of things that usually they don't go together as far as like a sign or a symbol. So he first showed me like this. He showed me a pinky ring, a watch, but then he showed me like this collection. So I don't know if it was like a coin collection or something that he collected that you still have.
No, I took one item, was a jacket, was a New York Giants jacket that I.
Do you understand a pinky ring or?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, he wasn't, not a jewelry guy, just had his wedding band and that was it.
Okay.
You see jewelry?
I kept seeing a pinky ring. So someone had to have had a pinky ring. Like my dad doesn't wear a pinky ring, but it was something about a pinky ring.
Like that, that's like the mafia, pinky rings, because he used to kid around that he was in the mafia.
You know what? I don't know that you're relating to it, but when you say a collection and something that doesn't go together, that rings to me because I know something about. By the way, this is Mark Blutman, who he was an executive producer of Boy Meets World.
Oh.
Yeah. What you don't want me to say?
No, you could say whatever you want, but what I wanted to explain was souls, especially when there's a lot of people around. Souls, I always say that souls do this thing, it's called piggybacking.
Right.
Where they will have me say something, and it might not only be for one person, it might be for other people. That's the first thing. Second thing is I actually like when someone can't connect with something right away, because when they connect with it later on, it even just validates it even more. I want spirit to talk about things that are crazy that you would never expect them to bring up or talk about.
So when you say collecting or a ring or something like that, when you think about a ring and collecting, this guy is a big sports fan.
Who?
His dad and also him.
Okay.
Okay. And I will tell you that right now, he put his ashes in a Stanley Cup. You know the hockey Stanley Cup, and it sits on the shelf at Barstool Sports.
It does.
But that's what when you said there's two things that don't go together, and it's a collecting and it's jewelry and things like that. That's what I got. And I think when you get a ring, when you win, you get a ring, like a Super Bowl thing. And she wouldn't come up with the Stanley Cup, but
no, I wouldn't get that.
But I bet you that's what it is.
Listen, I always say messages, people have to embrace them the way that they need to, you know. It's crazy because I would say to Spirit, like, why don't you just give me things this way? I don't know how this works. And I actually did something live on Dr. Oz where Dr. Amen read my brain as I was channeling. And it showed that I'm able to access a part of my brain that we typically don't. And I don't have any personal thoughts, feelings, or emotions. And that's exactly what it showed.
I know somebody else that got. I'm friends with. Do you know George Anderson?
I know of him, but
also Long Island.
I've never met him.
Yeah.
I do know of him.
Yeah, I know him, and he's been on this show too. And he had somebody do a brain scan while he was doing.
Yeah.
And there's something
Something
real.
happens.
Yes.
Something happens.
You're opening up a part of your brain that the average person probably doesn't daily. You say we all can.
We all can.
I would love to
Look, communicating with your own loved one is different than, say, what I do or, say, what George Anderson does or mediums do. We're able to connect with so many other loved ones.
I have trouble communicating with...
I'm just going to say this, though, but there is a tragedy because I just started to taste blood. So when I taste blood, that's my symbol for that there was a tragedy. And the problem is that there's a lot of people here, so it's not like we're just sitting here. So when I taste blood, it's a tragedy, or it could be internal injuries or filling up with blood.
Or it could just be that time of month for somebody back there, right?
You usually don't taste it in your mouth.
Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Do you ever?
No, that's not disgusting because it's actually a fact.
You're disgusting. You were asking
you were the one that brought it up.
Your prostate. You're disgusting.
Yeah.
You're gross. Anyways.
Prostate health is
do you guys,
important.
Do you and other mediums ever get together? No. I would think it would be like a club where like we got each other's back because there's so many people out there that are haters and skeptics and everything. So,
but there are a lot of charlatans in what she does.
Listen, this is how I view my occupation. It's like any other occupation. You have good and you have not so good, you know? So.
Are you enjoying it?
I love what I do.
Are you a happy person?
I would not. Yes, I am. I would not change what I do for anything. And the fact that people trust me with the souls of their departed loved ones means the absolute world to me.
Do you ever see other people that you can tell
that they have a gift?
No, that aren't real and trying to profit off of?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Like, there have been people in my audience where during a live show, I'll say, you have similar gifts to me. You have to trust it and try to give them a little tools to try to help them along with their gift. But I don't really get involved in things like that. And
you're not, are you on social media at all? Or not really? Because
I am. It's just, Yeah,
I was just
I'm
saying-
on
She
there.
didn't know how to work her phone.
I know,
can't
but I'm
work my
saying
phone.
I'm bringing it back to TikTok. But when I'm on TikTok or any other
Yeah.
place and you see all these people that are doing live readings on
Oh.
TikTok, I'm assuming a lot of those people are not really.
I look, I don't know. I would never speak first. I only speak about myself.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that I know. And I have done things like that for my fan club during do a little live event and just start channeling. So I don't know. I honestly do not know. I will say this though, John Edward, I have nothing but the utmost respect for him.
So do we.
I've never met him.
He comes here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's been
I've
here
met
twice.
I've
And-
never met him, but he has always been a supporter for me. And I just think he's just an amazing person.
I just texted him this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he thinks that of you too.
There's just something about, I just got the chill. There's just something about him, and he's just so authentic. And, I'll never forget this. He, when Long Island Medium first aired, he sent me a dozen long stem white roses and wished me the best of luck. And we have a mutual friend, so that's how I just know of him. And I just have so much respect for him and the work that he does.
I just tasted blood. I don't
It
know.
must be your prostate.
Oh, give me that.
Oh.
Look at
What's
this.
that?
I don't know. It
I
just
don't
got
know.
in. Let me see. From YouTube. It's from YouTube.
Oh.
Is your podcast on YouTube?
No, I don't know.
You don't know.
If you do it on Zoom, here,
Here.
look at it.
Is that for your prostate?
No, this is I just got a plaque. We have 100 for passing 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that's nice. Thank you. Did you know I was going to get this?
No, I did not.
Nobody told you that?
No. Nobody's interested.
It's like the third guest that said no one cares. And she's speaking for the people that you don't
all
hear
right,
too.
all right. I heard her.
No one from beyond is interested either.
Okay. I was just celebrating. It's okay. I can celebrate alone.
That's amazing.
Thank
Congratulations.
you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Well, I just got that. That just came in.
That's amazing.
Yeah. There must be a sign that they delivered it during your episode.
Maybe I should go on the YouTube.
You must be. Is she not
On
on
the
YouTube?
Boy, you are really not on it.
If
you put
On the YouTube.
The
And
YouTube.
are you
I would
on
say
the Facebook?
Yeah.
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 I'm not good. Listen, I'm not good at technology. I do my best that I can, and I sometimes grab. I don't really. I don't know.
That's
I just
probably
like being in
better.
my own little bubble.
It's probably better.
Why?
Because I think social media and technology and stuff is problematic sometimes. Oh, look,
What? What?
There it is.
See, that's why
problematic.
it's
There it is. It's problematic. It's like
She
their
just-
lifeline.
Somebody DM'd her.
Yeah.
Yes, right in the middle.
Somebody
from
sliding
the
her
other
DM.
side. To her kids.
Yeah.
Her kids.
Well, I
are-
like to keep it on for text messages and stuff so I could see what's happening with
Absolutely.
my
Her
kids.
daughter is
That's-
constantly texting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she also texts me, but she drives me crazy sometimes.
My daughter?
Doesn't she? She'll give
She
out my
texts
text.
you?
Well, she does that.
Oh, yeah. She does group chats and she gives out his number to all of her friends. So all of her friends will FaceTime him
That's
and do group
amazing.
chats, and he answers the phone, and it's just like
30
20
That's
little
amazing.
kids, 10-year-olds.
That's
10-year-olds.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not amazing.
How old are your grandkids?
Michelina will be 3, and Nico is 4 months.
Oh, so little.
Oh, that's
They're
great.
little. They're little. And then
You
my
said that-
daughter's having another baby in March.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
exciting.
You also have a jewelry line coming out, right?
No, we can't talk about that yet.
No, I thought
No, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that.
it was in the email, but okay.
No. Beep it. You have a coming out, and then we'll go, and then we say we can't
Yeah.
talk about it, but it's going to come out because somebody else has an exclusive on it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I
That
That
just
was
read
before
the
I
email.
was coming on here.
No,
so we
I
didn't
know. But we'll beep it. You have
That's
a
fine.
coming out, and then people will wonder what it is coming out, and then
We'll
we
beep.
can't talk about it. You'll just put a beep, Jeremy, on the so people don't know. But it's gonna be a big announcement.
Okay, you don't wanna talk about that.
Not made by us.
No.
But
I have a line. I have a line of underpants. I don't.
You do?
Man-made.
No, you don't own them.
No, Mandel made. It's man-made. These Canadians have. Your boyfriend, what size is he? Is he my size? Is he bigger than me?
I think bigger.
So large.
Large. Okay.
Pair of boxer shorts. They're the most
Touch 'em.
comfortable. You will like
Actually,
them.
medium. I'm a medium. I might want to wear them.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. A medium in medium. We have medium underpants. You put these on, and the soles of others will be in your groin.
Touch them. They're soft.
Touch them. Open one. Yeah, you'll see it. It's so great. Touch my underpants and see if you get any messages from the other side.
Oh yeah, they are very soft.
Aren't they great?
What do you think of when you feel them?
What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Oh, what's the thing?
They're very nice. They're very nice. This is a first.
What comes?
This has never. I'm thinking this has never happened before.
What?
I
Me giving out underpants?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Like, how was Howie Mandel? Oh, he was just throwing his underwears at me and asking me to touch them.
Can you think of anything softer than?
No.
So they gave me the people. They're a sponsor. They gave me, and I like them anyway. But they gave me a script. I didn't realize there was a script for me in here. So the number one is. I thought, like, what do you think? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you touch these underwear? That's my first. I'm supposed to say that to the person.
They're soft.
Soft. Okay. Can you think of anything softer than this modal fabric? You can?
No, I can't.
Would you wear something like this?
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you heard of this Canadian brand before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Do you usually wear black underwear?
Yes.
Okay. So all the lines, that was it. Thank you, man-made.
Man-made.
I love that I asked the question. You're like, what are you doing?
I didn't know. Nobody told me there's a script in here from Man-Made. Nobody told me. Okay. Well, we did. That was an ad. That was an ad read.
You did that perfectly. It was beautiful.
Was that? Do you do ad reads in the middle of your medium? In reading?
I record the ads before.
Oh,
not
good.
Yeah. Honestly, the podcast. Doing the readings over Zoom, it's amazing.
But what I'm saying is, if you're doing a reading and it's a podcast and you have sponsors, you must have some sponsors, right? What are some of the sponsors? Who's your sponsor? Like one?
I got a few.
Yeah, I have one.
I don't have that many.
Have
J-Lo Beauty.
Okay, J-Lo Beauty. Jennifer Lopez's makeup. Okay, so but I can't imagine in the middle of a reading, like somebody's crying and you go, your mother just came back and I'm tasting blood.
No,
which reminds me of the lip gloss from J-Lo Beauty. Deep red, blood red, and eyeliner. How do you mix the two? Or you do a reading later?
Usually the ads are done before or after.
I want to come to one of your live shows.
Oh, I would love for you to come.
Yeah. Are you going to be in the LA area?
I am. I just actually had we postponed one of the shows because of the fires. Yeah. That was in Thousand Oaks.
You didn't talk to anybody that saw that coming?
No. Wow. That was in Thousand Oaks. I'm going to be... I'm
going to look at the website.
Yeah.
TheresaCaputo.com.
It really is. It's such an experience, to be in a space and to watch perfect strangers console one another, and you can feel the healing energy in the room. It's incredible.
Yeah, I like to say it. I'm fascinated by what you do. I believe in what you do. I can't thank you enough for being here. You got books available. You have other things that we can't talk about, but keep following.
Just check my website, TheresaCaputo.com.
We will.
Before we go, any other messages that you're feeling? No.
Can I ask you one question, Howie? She mentioned earlier that someone's dad, you may have something of importance that you're having, maybe a ring, and Howie wears his dad's ring. Isn't that true?
Oh, yeah. This is my wedding ring.
Was it a pinky ring?
I didn't get it. Maybe it's me. My dad died of lung cancer. This is his wedding ring. I wear my wedding ring and his wedding ring, so I collect things. I love that. I'm so not in touch with myself. I really aren't, though. No, I'm not even going to go there.
Listen, you also have to understand, unfortunately, a lot of people that might be coming to my shows or even on my podcast, they don't know how to go on after the loss of a loved one. Losing a loved one is not easy. but some people don't want to live. They don't know how to live after they lose a loved one. And I think that's the amazing thing of the work that I do, is to kind of give people their life back, in a sense, permission to live life with happiness and joy, and knowing that their departed loved ones are living life through their eyes. And it's just absolute. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me.
Sometimes even if there's not unfinished business, though, is there like people that just want to come and hang? Like, I feel like your dad, whenever we do anything with a medium,
just hanging,
he always like
in.
makes himself known.
And to be 1,000% honest, especially when I do things like this, if it's not said something before, but I'm always respectful to the host or who, because a lot of people don't want that, out in the open, or and especially if you live your life in the public eye, people also say, oh, well, you could have known this, that, So I'm always very respectful of that.
I think you're incredibly real. I'm going to tell anybody that's watching and listening, go check out TheresaCaputo.com, get her books, go to the live shows. And there's something else big that they're going to announce that they won't announce here because they gave somebody else an exclusive. But that's okay. Doesn't matter. I don't feel bad about it. Do I?
I do, because if I would have known,
No, it doesn't matter. I only wish you success and happiness to you and yours and you and yours. Like, share, subscribe. Anything else?
No.
Go to HowieMandel.com. When a stranger calls, play us out, Sonny. Thank you. You're great.
She's still greeting them with this precious gift to explore. Ever since she was 4, grieving families need solutions, bringing peace and resolution. After life, no need to fear it. Sky high, blonde, she'll raise your spirit. Dust